guys, this is Ben here from Exceptional Glass. Today I'm just making a quick tutorial to explain what exactly is a glass cutter and how it works. Here we go. We have an industrial glass cutter used by professionals. Not really the type of thing you'll find in like Home Depot or anything like that. Home Depot does sell glass cutters. They are the wood handle ones. The only catch with those is that, you can't do too many cuts with them. I would say maybe about 100 cuts, and then the diamond blade just pretty much goes bad. And they don't have the oil reservoir here that you see in the back. You just unscrew this here, you fill this up with some oil, put it back on, and technically speaking, when you push this down, it should let some oil out when you're making the cut. It's very important to have a cut lubricated, because a dry cut will not score a piece of glass properly, and it just won't break the way you want it to. So how a glass cutter works is, inside of here, as soon as we get this camera to focus, you've got a wheel, very, very, very small wheel, and it's diamond coated. So now, literally speaking, you're not actually cutting glass when you're doing this. You're actually just scratching the surface of it. And when you scratch the surface of it, and you apply pressure in an upward angle, all it's doing is making a break under that scratch point. It's kind of making a lead point for it to break properly. So technically speaking, you're never cutting glass. What you're doing is you're scoring glass. And just hang tight for the next video, and I'll show you exactly how to cut a piece of glass. A little piece of advice when you're making when you're cutting a piece of glass for a picture frame or something like that, get plenty of backup, because you're going to realize that though I may kind of make it look easy, pressure's involved and angles are involved, la 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 la. You're going to need a lot of practice. Alright, so I've got two little pieces of glass here. Let's just pretend that they're for a picture frame. Alright, there's a few things that you'll need. You'll need that glass cutter that I showed you before in the first video. And you need some cutting oil. This is industrial cutting oil, but you can use WD-40. The only catch with WD-40 is when you make your cut, you have to be even quicker to put your glass cutter down and split the score, because this stuff will keep a glass cut lubricated for a lot longer than WD-40 will. I'll show you what this is for in a minute. You'll need a few squares, tape measure of course, and this paper towel. Any paper towel. You need a garbage paper towel. Now, this video is only for educational purposes only. We're not responsible for splinters, incisions, abrasions, avulsions, contusions, dismemberment, and especially decapitation, and definitely heart attacks. All right, I don't want you guys making a great cut, get a heart attack because you're so happy because you think you're a glass guy now. I know it's exciting, but please keep it down. All right, guys. So let's start here. All right, tape measure. Let's say you want to make the cut for 6 inches wide. You're going to take your tape measure here. All right, here's your square. You always got to be sure that you're using a square, because if this thing is in the shape of like this, while you're still measuring 6 inches, it obviously won't fit a square frame. All right. Now, one thing you also have to keep in mind is the glass cutter. The actual wheel itself is about an 1/8 inch from the very edge. Now, we're using the square as a guide on this edge, so you must accommodate that 1/8 of an inch. Okay? So now if I want to make my cut at 6 inches, I must put the edge of the square at 5 7/8. The reason for that is because the wheel will actually physically be at 6 inches. Make sense? Alright. Now, paper towel here is actually for the oil. So we're going to coat the line of sight that we're actually going to be cutting, because once again, every cut must be lubricated. Okay? Now we're going to take our glass cutter. Remember, 90 degree, both this way and this way. And adequate pressure, but not enough to actually break the glass. Ready? See, that's a good cut. Now, just to be safe, and to explain what the carpenter's pencil is for, we're going to put this right underneath the end point of our score. And then we're just going to apply a little bit of pressure. There you go. Made yourself a 6-inch cut.